What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James
.com, and we're here for Luc Besson's Valerian.
Valerian.
In the City of a Thousand Planets.
Yes. A very, very big science.
Like 200 million plus, bruh.
A very big installment in the science fiction genre. You know, I mean, it's a huge thing. And a lot of people our age might not know about it, but a lot of influence came from Valerian, came to Star Wars, came to Star Trek. Like, this is where sci-fi kind of really got some of its roots, and now we finally have a movie film, a movie adaptation of it from Luc Besson, who gave us Lucy,
Fifth Element.
In Fifth Element. Yeah, his earlier stuff, you know, The Professional and all that, much more credible. But Lucy, I was about. Did you like Lucy?
Yeah. Like 5.
So what did you think about his news venture, Valerian?
Well, if you don't know, this is like this was a passion project for him.
Yep.
A lot of people, when he made Fifth Element, they said, why did you make this and why didn't you make Valerian back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Was that Fifth Element? So this is like something he's always wanted to do. And so anytime you hear a director that gets to do like their passion project, and also I heard that he has put a lot of his personal money into it. Mm-hmm. And based on the trailers,
teaming with STX,
yes,
his company, and team did a three film deal, and this was the meat of that deal.
And when you hear all that stuff, you know, you really expect it to come out good because it's their passion. And you know, when you put all your blood, sweat, and tears versus something that you may not want to do, but you do it. Jobs are in the scenario movies, and you see the visuals of this movie, and they look absolutely
stunning,
breathtaking, stunning, beautiful. You know, very colorful, bright, and which I like. You know,
very believable.
And the things that people don't like about the DC universe is it's so dark and gloomy and just like, oh, I want to kill myself. You know, looks like the opposite.
It does.
You know,
the first 10 minutes are really strong here,
huge.
As we kind of like visit this beautiful island, and you just kind of get sucked into this enchanting world.
That little animal reminded me of my little dog Theodore.
No, so got you on
did.
a personal level.
Yeah, because he even had they were holding on the shoulder, like and I do that same thing with Theodore. I loved it, but overall, honestly, this movie wasn't too good. Wasn't too great. I still thought it was better than average. I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10. You know, it was Rihanna's character. Actually, I enjoyed a lot.
Who's in the movie? Not very long.
No. Probably less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. The visuals though do not let you down.
No.
And I
technically this movie is super strong.
Yes.
I think where it falls apart is story and performance.
And I thought a lot of the elements too in the movie and the way they showed certain things was really interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. The part in the market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have the different dimension, and you can only be seen through glasses.
Yes. That part, I might get this wrong, but Luc Besson, when he explained it to his director of photography, director of all those people, they couldn't understand it. And he had to bring in college students, like 100 of them, to explain it to them. Really, really interesting. And you can see why, though, because...
That is a cool, I mean, again, concept of what they're doing.
Lots of concepts I thought were really, really cool in the movie. There's nothing coming to my head right now, maybe, as we talk.
That was probably one of the more exciting parts of the entire movie.
There's certain elements I was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe it was just the story, maybe it was the delivery. Dane DeHaan, I'm sure he's a great guy.
Valerian.
Yeah, the guy that plays Valerian, I'm sure he's a great guy in real life, in person.
Had some bumps and had some hits, you know.
I just wasn't feeling him in this.
Yeah.
And then I'm surprised I actually liked Cara Delevingne.
Yeah.
I did not like her as Enchantress. I didn't care for it. But in this, I enjoyed her. But
I did not.
Overall, man, the movie just wasn't like it didn't have this. I don't know what it. Honestly, I don't even know what it is.
I totally agree. I do think, you know, I was just like we were just talking about it. I mean, I enjoyed Valerian in A Cure for Wellness. I thought he was good. In this movie, I just don't think he's right for this role. We've been talking about it since we got out of the movie. I mean, this is the character that would come to inspire Han Solo. This smooth, suave, you know, shot first kind of guy. And while that personality and arrogance is kind of there, he's not smooth, he's not really affable. And I think that's casting. And I think the same thing with Cara Delevingne. I mean, to me, she is better than him, but still not enough. Like, they both, to me, don't scream charisma. They both don't scream that chemistry together. He's really clunky. She's really stiff. I don't like their relationship. Their whole entire chemistry together isn't there. So that part to me is the least interesting part, is seeing them on screen, and they're on screen together pretty much the whole movie. But this movie, I wouldn't say this movie is terrible, because it is a visual, an amazing visual experience, and I definitely tip my hat to Luc Besson and everyone who worked on this film, because it is gorgeous looking. But this movie falls apart as far as story and the performances. There's just characters aren't particularly standout-ish. If they are not super believable. They kind of just feel generic, and the story is just really all over the place, and it's just not something that you're super interested in. So it's kind of like, oh, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool. And then after 2 hours, you kind of, or even after like an hour and a half, an hour, you're like, all right, I'm okay. And you just kind of it just starts going into a lull. And then you're just kind of waiting for it to end. At least that's how my experience was. I think if you are a sci-fi fan, I think you should see this movie, and I think if you care about visual effects, and I think you care about cinematography, I think this is a movie to check out. But
and if you're just a lover of film, you should go support film.
You should support film.
Support film.
Yeah, if you want to see it, obviously, I've always said, if you want to see something, regardless of what we say, go see it. But I do think that there is going to be, because this movie is doing still fairly well on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's at like 70 right now. But I am interested in seeing how audiences react to it, or if this movie will even make a lot of money in the first place.
In America, I'm genuinely scared.
Definitely more.
It's down to 57.
Oh, so it was at 70 before the night started. Now it's
and it's officially Rotten.
Yeah. No, I think that's
what's
fair.
Rotten on Rotten Tomatoes? 60.
60 or under.
Yeah, so it's officially Rotten.
And I would agree with that. I mean, you said 6 out of 7, so you're kind of right there.
10.
6 out of 10. So you're right there, even though ChasingCinema.com does 4 stars.
How many do you give it out of 4?
I'd probably give it a 2, and that's being
50%.
And that's being generous, just because of the visual effects and just because of the cinematography and the world. I mean, like, and this is a situation too where we talked a lot about world building for Jurassic World. How they just really paid attention to detail, and even the smallest things that we encountered felt like there was really detail put into that. I feel that here, especially in that market sequence, where you see so many things, and if you just like kind of veer from where you're supposed to focus, you'll still see something really cool. But yeah, I mean, but then you can't ignore like just the maybe 1.5, because I mean, if the story's not there and the actors aren't there, it's hard to enjoy. But it's definitely good to check out. I'm bummed, to be honest. I really wanted to like that.
You know what else comes out this week?
What?
Christopher Nolan's
Dunkirk.
Reviews right here.
Yeah, click that white eye. We're going to review Dunkirk.
You know what
Only
else comes out
available
this week?
70 millimeters right here. What else comes out this week?
Ladies' Night.
Nope. Try again.
Ladies' Date.
Nope. Try again. Girls Trip.
Yeah.
All right.
No review for that, though.
No review for that. Next week, the movie that I think me and you have really been waiting for.
Charlize Theron's Atomic Blonde.
Oh, man.
She
I am
looks so good.
pumped for that movie.
She looks so good.
Hopefully, it is a better week next week, even though, we don't know what we have to say about Dunkirk. Make sure to click that review. Also, check out all of our other stuff on ChasingCinema.com. If you want to learn something, and if you want movie advice, you come to me. If you want life advice, you go to this guy. Check out his channel.
Hey.
All that information is up there on that white dot. Yeah.
I love it. So overall, just do yourself a favor and watch the film and let us know in the comments below what you honestly think about it in your own opinion.
Yeah, sure.
Who cares about him or me?
Or you could just make fun of us, whatever.
That works too.
We're open to that.
7 days later, we'll be back in ChasingCinema.com is known as
Film Lovers website.